Who's to blame for all the pain, wait, and eternity?
You know, it burns, and it doesn't look well. And I'll tell you, the smell is something fierce. It's like rotten vegetables. It really is.
Like a fire kind of thing.
Yeah. It looks like pure iced tea as well. Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Shed Light.
With us this evening is Nick Stargu, aka DJ Real.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
All right. Glad to be here.
Live and in person.
Live and in person here in the shed. Feeling great about that.
There was like a small part of me that was like, is this like a surprise party? I'm going to get into the shed and like all three of my friends will be like, hey!
But, yeah.
So Nick, will you tell us about the genesis of DJ Real?
Okay, so I was in a prog rock band when I was 17 and just graduated high school, and I was like, I admire these guys who were in this band Karma. It's a horribly named prog rock band.
Karma with a K.
With a K. Karma. A lovely title for the band. And we would write, 10-minute songs, and we were a little silly, but we still took ourselves way too seriously. And
you have to.
You have to, yeah. We're gonna make it, that whole thing. Not with a 10-minute song. And so I started writing like really short songs that were really dumb. Like I dressed up in a costume, and I had my actual 4-track recorder with the weird songs that I made.
Right.
And I had a different name. It was like Nick Stargu the Third or something. It was before DJ Real. And I didn't care if they liked it. But then they were laughing, and so I was like, oh man, all right, well, I like the way that feels, and so I kept like, I made it so that it wasn't weird enough where people would like hate it, but like, like a good mix of like weird and funny, I think was the angle I ended up going for.
And DJ Real.
And the name was, so there was an open mic at Central Connecticut State University, CCSU.
What's up?
And this was the end of the Janko era. So this was the end
Janko
Janko Jeans era. So, DJs were like just like kind of starting to be like cool and like like in my world, like I didn't really know too much about that whole like rave scene or whatever. So there's like I'm at like CCSU at this open mic, and there's this DJ Scribble or DJ whatever, I can't remember his name, but
DJ Automatic.
Yeah, and
DJ Mac and
I was
Cheese.
like, I wanted to make fun because he was still wearing Janko jeans, and I was like, dude, this is 2000 or whatever year it was, 2001, and he had this whole thing, and there was this whole pretension about like that like life, that like look and lifestyle that we're all pretentious because we're artists,
Sure.
but like
You've seen my glasses. Come on, I'm pretty
A little
pretentious.
dash of pretension.
But yeah, I thought it would be funny to dress up like him at the next open mic if he showed up and like do a whole weird thing as a DJ. And I was like, what's the worst DJ name possible? Like DJ Real.
Do you make albums? Do you have albums coming out?
My plan is January 2016. The album's called They'll Say Yes. And it'll have such hits as Don't Dance on My Baby Please. My Cypress Hill tribute song, All I Needed Was a Tissue. I have a German love song. There's a lot of hits. A song about push-ups. You can check out.
Fuck.
Here's a delicious little question. What was one of the worst shows you ever had, or the worst show if you can remember?
There's a handful of them, but I would say the first one where I was like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? I was playing it, and I got hired to do a Narcotic Anonymous camp for like the kids of Narcotic. It was like a little, I didn't know what it was really, but there was this kind of cabin full of like 12 and 13-year-old kids who were ready to see some live music. Mm-hmm. And so there's like a super heavy nu metal band setting up behind me, and I'm performing while they're setting up and doing sound check. And they're like, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Real, and I think they're waiting to like hear Eminem and like hear some like songs, and then I come out and I pull Pantyhose in my head, which is like one of the bits that I did, and it's called the Thug Song, and the crowd, like these kids are yelling, "You pervert! Get off stage! Boo! Go home!" Like already bad enough that like they're 13 and creeped out, you know. I thought it was funny, but
they were all there because they were addicted to narcotics?
their parents, I think, were. They were like the children of NA parents. Yeah.
And they weren't having NA of it.
Yeah, that was not a good question.
All right.
Well,
We'll edit it.
maybe we shouldn't do this episode.
Okay. Will you tell us a little bit about Talkies?
Talkies. So Talkies is a multimedia weirdo show that happens in the basement of Lost Week in Video. It's a very cool video store, and they have nightly comedy down there in the basement.
In the Mission.
In the Mission, yes.
In case you don't know that.
Yes, it's definitely like my favorite place to perform. It's like a second home. It's where you can like just get super weird and try stuff out, and then take that to like other places.
There's a main group that performs every week, but then you have outside guests.
And we always show videos and try to highlight like local filmmakers and stuff that are doing some interesting things. Yeah. So I co-run that show, and there's another show called Pitch that I run, which is like at Lost Weekend, and that one's a fun one.
Tell us about Pitch.
So Pitch is like every month there's a different theme. So this month is virtual reality, and so all the members that are performing will do a 10-minute pitch on virtual reality from some weird idea. Like here's like a weird video game idea, or like a peripheral. Sometimes we'll do like a movie thing, or I had a real weird one. Inventions. So we had like people coming up with weird invention ideas and stuff. It's really fun.
So say again when Talkies and...
Talkies is the first Friday of every month, and Pitch is the first Wednesday of every month. Yeah.
What upcoming things do you have coming up?
I've got a show with Club Chuckles at the Hemlock Tavern with Sad Vicious and Kelly Dwyer on October 27th. That's a good one. Come out to that one.
That concludes the interview portion of the program. Thanks everyone for watching, and we're going to send you off with a performance
from Nick Stargu as DJ Real. Take care. Bon voyage. Bye.
Au revoir.
So, hello. I am going to do a singer-songwriter situation in honor of the Hotel Utah. It's an open mic in San Francisco. This is about the last time I asked a girl out on a date. Me and this girl, we had a lot in common. We're both very attractive and impotent. See, I was trying to parallel park in the street, but the cars kept moving. And I walked the most beautiful girl I've seen my entire life. She had blue hair and blonde eyes. She walked up to my car. I got all giddy like a little school kid. I said, "Ude, uye, antwe, ame, aribe." And she looked at me like I was a fool, a complete idiot. And it turns out that I was, because when she was younger, she learned to speak Portuguese. They're not laughing either. Anyways, I gathered my composure. I looked her deep in her blonde eyes, and I said, "You want to get some coffee sometime?" This is her response.